Hey everybody, my name is Albert Corey, the business growth strategist, aka the Taxman and income growth system specialist. Well, today I got a very special treat for you. In case you missed it last night, I was on the Power Team USA national call with my buddy and mentor, Bill Walsh. So today I'm going to try to play this through one of my programs. Yeah, and if you have any questions or comments, you could always leave it below. If you have any questions, you could always leave it below. And let me see if we get somebody else here. Any questions, you could always leave it below. And by the way, if you're watching this, sharing is caring. So we would love you to share this. So let's see if we can get this to play. By the way, if you can't hear this, please put some notes in the chat room. Okay, so I can know. All right, so on with the show. Oops.
Wanted to bring on quickly. I've got a special guest down in South Beach, Miami, Florida. We call him the Taxman. I talked to him about building a membership site for him. I don't know. He didn't call me back. He got busy. I told him he's got so much content. He's just a world-class guy doing millions of dollars, and I mean millions of dollars of business by helping small business in South Florida, helping companies across the country. But his training and his modules and his programs and his interviews need to be in a membership site. They need to be set up that way. Hey, Sue Lynn, how are you? Hi, Becky. I don't know where Becky's at, but hi, Becky. Let me just take the call down, see if I can add him on. Let me see. Hang on a second. There we go, the Taxman.
Yes. How you doing?
What's up, brother?
Good. Other than the
Happy on, man. How are you?
Beautiful, except the rainy day. But
the what?
People. So that's always.
Listen, there's no rain here, brother.
No, but it's always a sunny day when I talk to you and all the people I know.
Thanks, buddy. So what are the tax tips that everyone needs to know about? What should people do right now to make sure that they are prepared for the next 12 to 36 months in this new economy from your perspective?
I think from my perspective is you need to start a side hustle. Okay, the way things are going, all right, you can't depend on the people going. Look, American Airlines laying off. If you work for Disney, whoever thought you're working for Disney in Orlando, you're laying off. You're getting laid off or surplus. You need to go out and start, your own little economy. You need to go out and start your own, build your side hustle. And that's very easy. That's done by opening up a corporation or LLC. All right, that's part of some of the things you got to do. And it's not that expensive to do. I can tell you that like in the state of Florida, okay, it's like only 100 if you do it yourself, and we could help you, and we got plenty of YouTube videos to get you going. It's like 150. No, it's not even. It's $75 for you to go do it, because I'm seeing every day, that the economy, people aren't there. The second thing, if you don't want, you need to start saving money. You need to start cutting. You need to put money in your pocket. You need to have that little nest egg. We were talking today at lunch. Everybody was complaining about, the virus. But in South Florida, okay, if you were here in 92, guess what? Andrew came in a hurricane. A hurricane came in just like this virus and just went poof. And people were out of work, out of jobs in South Florida for months and months. Okay, so you got to start putting money to the side. Always have cash on the side in case, you're going to do it. Another thing I will tell you to do is to go forward in life, especially now, is you must start taking advantages of all these free webinars. Okay, and this is why you open up this corporation and to get started on a small business is to make sure when you start paying for some of these books, going out, buying these tools, to let the government pay for them. That's right. Under the new tax laws, actually it started in 2008. Okay, you're in 2000 after the 2008 tax laws. If you have a W-2 form and you're working for your home, guess what? It's not tax deductible if you work it. So all these people who you're going to be working for home in this next economy, guess what? Nothing's going to be deductible. Nothing's going to be deductible. So you have to start opening up a company. It's a little corporation, or do a little MLM deal, be a realtor. There's all kinds of things you can do, sell on Amazon, sell on eBay, because the world economies obviously might be going digital, but you got to start covering yourself. You got to start covering yourself for when this happens. And then guess what starts to happen? Your cell phone.
But the question, hey, Albert, here's a question. Hey, Albert.
Yes.
Albert, here's a question. How do people survive, though, when they can't pay their bills? What do you recommend they do to go find some capital, to go come up with some new ideas? This is reality. TV is not reality. Reality is there's a lot of people out there that are operating in fear because they literally can't pay their mortgage. They can't pay their rent. 1/3 of Manhattan does not pay their rent. Now, if you're a landlord in Manhattan, that's a whole nother story. You better have a fat bankroll. You realize that Blackstone owns so many rentals around the world, right? Maybe they've got 50 billion in the bank, but most landlords don't have 50 billion in the bank. And most people that are living paycheck to paycheck, and I know some have gotten their Social Security, they've gotten their unemployment and some other things to pay that, but still, it's not easy when you got car payments and you're used to hustling and working. And I like the idea of a side hustle. I like the idea. How do they get a copy of your book too? I know you like to give away your book and stuff.
Well, you can get
some kind of
Sure. You text Taxman to 26786. We also get my new blueprints. You see this? The 5 simple steps to increase your revenue is another cool bonus. And soon we're putting this will now all be in video form within the next, I'd say, week or two. We got 2 modules done. I'm going to try tomorrow get another 2 done. We'll have all 5 modules, and that's going to be part of our giveaway.
All right, so let me get back to the question, Albert. What do you do if you're going through all these challenges and maybe you can't pay your bills? Maybe you can't, you don't have family to call, and maybe the bank said no to you. What do you recommend they do?
I think you have to prioritize your bills. I think part of what you're going to have to do is just downsize, downsize. Like if you have a $300 cable bill, guess what? HBO's got to go. If you're driving a Jaguar, then you might have to go drive a Kia. You're going to have to Jaguar. I think you have to learn to live in your means because, a huge part of our paycheck, huge part of our culture lives paycheck to paycheck. You're going to have to start breaking that cycle. Obviously you got to pay your rent. So I would tell you is you need to prioritize what your bills are from what is the most important. Obviously your rent. And guess what? Even on your rent, okay, I know because I'm a landlord that you're going to get a little bit of leeway for the next couple of months. Obviously, don't let it go too long. But in most states, the good thing is the courts are closed. So they're not going to be able to evict you for the next 60 to 90 days because the courts are so filled up. And they were probably filled up beforehand. I know for a fact, like in Dade County, Miami-Dade County courts, because I have a lot of people, the court system's not going to open up for another 60 days. Okay? So if they're not going to open up.
So your message is prioritize your bills.
Yes.
Figure out where to go with this stuff. Take ownership of it and get a side hustle going.
Yes.
Hey, man, you're the best. I love you. Thanks for plugging in. Let's have that conversation because I told you that you got too much stuff not offering to the Globe monthly. And don't forget to check out our new software. Text the word Mobex Pro to 26786. This is going to be one of the hottest new softwares ever launched. And we've already had orders today without even advertising other than one post on social media. When you see everything that's included in this package, it's pretty sick. But anyway, I love you, buddy, and thanks for all that you do.
Anytime you need me, Joe, you know I'm always here.
Keep up. Great work. We've got some other guys adding to the backstream too, so I'll bring them on later. But I want to bring a special guest on now, and this guy's just an absolute rock star in business. I'll let you go. You can stay in the back office if you want. So
there was my interview last night with the great Bill Walsh. The takeaways is that the biggest takeaway is you all have to have a side hustle. That's my biggest takeaway, that, corporations are not hard to open up. I know in California it's expensive, but most other states aren't, because remember, in the next economy, more people are going to be working from home. And if you're a W-2 employee, guess what? You're not going to be able to deduct it, because that changed in the 1980, and the last tax change, 218, that changed. Another couple of things you're going to have to learn to do is, the biggest takeaway was, you're going to have to learn to downside. You're going to have to learn to make cuts, to make it happen. Well, that's it for today. Please follow us. Remember, you can get a copy of my book if you go, let's see here. It's here somewhere. If I can point right. Text Taxman to 26786. You can get our copy of the blueprint of 5 simple steps to increase your revenue. You can also go to Albert C 360 and you can check out our Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, and also get a free consultation. So talk to everybody soon. And remember, if you're watching this, always remember, sharing is caring. Bye.